Hello. Okay, so that's whack. So when I used to post 3 years ago just on the Emerald Owl page, I would post up in the story, and that's what I would call it. I'd be like, that's whack. Because this is just a creative thinking deck. It's actually supposed to be a card game. But it works for like helping you like find a different perspective on just different issues that you're going through. And it's so important to think outside the box, really. I mean, we get stuck in our like thought patterns and things like that. So it's important to like, just have something that breaks up just the old tired thought patterns. I mean, give it a nice shuffle so we can get some good messages. Now, I always just try to get one. There's usually more, but we'll see what happens today. Yeah. Okay. Keep going, see if there's any more. Those happen kind of fast. I don't try to force anything. I just sit here and that one popped up. All right. So that will be good. So the one on the bottom. Listen to that hunch. I don't think y'all will be able to read the words down at the bottom, so I'll read them to you. It says, your subconscious mind constantly records and stores unrelated data from the outside world. You're very much a product of your environment, the people that you interact with. That is very true. And it says, later it combines these data into good answers, hunches, if you simply ask, trust, and listen. These hunches, for example, can lead you to taking a spontaneous vacation and away from making a bad investment. What hunches have you had lately? How can you apply them to your idea? Things that make you go, I'm all about that. Things that make you go, oh no. I like to think. Unfortunately, it turns bad. Get into that overthinking junk, which I'm trying to get the hell out of, because you get stuck up in your mind. Wow. I don't know. You'd have to be an overthinker to understand that. Like, it can really suck to get stuck up in your mind. Especially, like, I'm a Gemini here, just replace. And you're like, you try to think about it every possible different way you can, and you're like, I just don't understand. I don't get it. Anyway, that's when you have to be like, oh God, get it off me. Just get it off me. Okay. Anyways. Focus on the real truth. Okay, so I've had this card a lot here lately. A lot. Just keeps coming up. And it just keeps coming up. Because sometimes the truth is more than one-dimensional. It just is. In the truth, I'm just going to tell you right now, there's two different sides of the truth. There's this person's and there's this person's. And then there is the actual truth somewhere in between that shit. It just is. And so, all right, we're just going to read the card. Like this, yeah, this card. Okay. So 2 men went to a Sufi court to settle a dispute. After the plaintiff made his case, the judge said, "That's right." Then the defendant made his case, and again the judge said, "That's right." Yes. All right. And so at this point, the court clerk exclaimed, "They both can't be right." The judge replied, "That's right. So the moral, the truth is all around us." Yes, it is. Yes, it freaking is. It says, "What matters is where you put your focus." What is your focus when you're talking about the truth? What is it that you are focusing on in your truth? Okay? What really is important? Is it you? Is it you, your wants, your needs, your desires that are the most important thing? Or is it something or someone else that you're concerned about? That is the question. So, and then once you figure out where your focus is, where should your focus be? Where should it be? What should your focus be on? Are you focusing in the right area? If you're not, where do you need to be focusing? And so, I mean, this is really important. It's really important. Like the focus that you have, and you see how he's like, sometimes you're of two minds about things too, as well. I go by visualization as well. Like the imagery of all of my cards evokes different things in me. It looks like one guy is of two minds. There is duality in every single one of us. And so you may think about things one way one day, and you may think about things another way the next day. You may go back and forth, but that's when you have to be like, okay, what am I focusing on? What should I be focusing on? See, that one is thinking outside the box about this card. Because yes, I can tell you exactly what this card says, but I can also tell you that I see in this card duality. I see it. You know why I see it? Because I have duality. As a Gemini, I have duality. I can see things from different perspectives all the time. You know, I'm empathetic, so I can understand things in different ways. But yet I also know what is important and what's not. And so I try to focus on the things that are important, and the things that I can't control, I don't try to worry about those. You know, I try to pray about those because, Daddy can do more about it than I can. Sometimes things are out of my control and there's nothing that I can do. So I can worry about it. I can cuss. I can throw things. I can destroy things, set things on fire, but I don't do that stuff. I don't, because I choose positive outlets. And honestly, I'm sorry, I believe in karma over here. What goes around comes back around. And I'm a firm believer that a lot of the time, if you've done things for the right reason and with a pure heart and with pure intentions, you get to watch other people receive their karma. And the thing is, like, some people are like, oh, yay, I get to watch them get their karma. You don't feel good about that. A good person does not feel good about another person catching their karma. You just don't. Because you never want to see anything bad happen to anybody else. Especially not people that you loved or loved at one point. You just don't. You don't take joy in that. You might be like, ooh, I'm not, I'm serious over here. Like, I do not take joy in people getting their karma when bad things happen to people that I've cared about, even people who have hurt me. I don't feel good about that. God always lets me watch, but I don't feel good about it. Sometimes I feel like, you know, like maybe, okay, well, maybe they learned a lesson that they needed to learn from receiving that karma. Now, I'm not going to lie, there have been times when I wasn't quite as evolved as I am now, where I was like, yes. But I don't do that anymore, because I don't want that coming back at me. No. We don't do that low vibing junk over here. No. Never wish anything bad on anybody else. That stuff will come right back around and smack you upside your head. Don't do it. Especially, just don't do it. Anyways, so the next one is simplify. All right. So it says, editor, I like your book except for the ending. Author, what's wrong with the ending? Editor, it should be closer to the beginning. Yeah. Okay. It says, what can you edit out of a current project or idea to make it better? Things that make you go, just say. What can you streamline? What can you simplify? Get back to the basics. Like, oh man. Okay, so people are so concerned with all this materialism. All this materialism, having the best of this, having the best of that. And I mean, honestly, sometimes it's just best to get back to basics. I mean, you know, sometimes it's the small things in life that can actually like bring you more happiness than the big material things. I'm just saying. Okay. So, like, some small things that bring me happiness every day. A good cup of coffee. Coffee. Small thing. Let's see what else. Oh, a shower. Hello? Hot running water? A shower. That seems like a small thing. Be thankful for the small things in your life, because there are other countries where it's not true. Be thankful for your blessings, because even the small things that seem insignificant to you are huge to other people. I've done a lot of research on different countries, and I know how blessed I am to live here in the United States, to have been born here. I know that. There are other countries that it is completely different. And I have talked to other people who have a very hard time just making ends meet and being able to provide food for their family, especially in today's world and economy. So you need to be thankful for the simple, basic things in your life. Sometimes that's all you got. I don't know if y'all have ever hit rock bottom. Have y'all ever had to lose every single thing in your life that actually meant something to you? When you do, that's when you'll realize what really matters to you. Because you can lose every single thing that means anything in your life. Then you have to realize what's most important. When you get to that point and you are starting over and you have literally nothing but God and whatever is given to you, whatever you could possibly make it out with, that's when you find out. When push comes to shove, that's when you find out what you're really made of. I'm saying. And whether or not you walk it like you talk it. Do you walk it like you talk it? Or are you a mess in a corner somewhere? Just saying. Alright, guys. I want y'all to remember you are too blessed to be stressed. I want you to stay up. Keep those vibes positive. I want y'all to remember that I love all of you, my kings and queens. I want peace and blessings and peace for all of you. Peace.